Hey guys, Jay with From the Ashes Firearms Training, and today I wanted to talk about concealed versus open carry with firearms. I think that's something that a lot of people talk about. It's really kind of, you know, a back and forth with a lot of different people, and I think really it kind of depends on where you are, where do you live, and in this, the setting that you're in, right? So I live in Connecticut. I know, unfortunately, where here in Connecticut, we are an open carry state. We're not a concealed carry state. A lot of people don't know that. Our permits here in this state are just a permit to carry pistol or revolver. But it is not the norm to see people carrying a gun here in Connecticut. So if you open carried in Connecticut, even though you may be in the right, it's going to cause issues, right? People are going to call 911. They're going to be up in arms, and cops are going to show up, and lights and sirens and guns and all these things on, somebody that is really just, doing something that is just out of the norm, not necessarily wrong. But if you live in, let's say, Texas or Alaska, where everybody carries a gun and open carry is the norm there, where if you carried concealed versus open, those people might think something is different there, and the opposite effect may happen, right? So depending on where you live, I would say really kind of answers the big part of this question, right? So for this video, we're going to talk about where I'm from and my setting here, okay? And so here where I live in Connecticut, good old Constitution State, concealed is it. Concealed is the way, okay? First and foremost, it is not the norm here to carry open. So I don't really care what you think your rights are and blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is your right to carry, and I am a 2A guy, and everybody should carry. I believe that wholeheartedly. But let's have a little common sense here. I want to be able to leave my house with my family and go do what I need to do out there without causing alarm. Okay, let's all live in peace together here, right? Therefore, I carry concealed. I don't want there to be any issues when I leave my house. I'm still practicing my Second Amendment. I'm just doing it smart. Okay, so concealed, where I'm from, that is the way. That's my opinion. I don't really care what anybody else thinks. That's how I do it. And if you agree with me, then you can practice your 2A and not have any issues, right? A couple other things that I think kind of go into this too, right? So if you were standing somewhere in line waiting to check out whatever, and some bad guys came in and they wanted to, rob or whatever this scenario is, and you happen to be standing there with a big old hand cannon on your hip, and they see that, who do you think that they're going to go to first, right? So let's not be a target. That's a big thing for me. Let's not be a target, because if you are carrying, especially in a state like Connecticut, that is again out of the norm. So number one, you're already a target for those people out there that don't agree with what you're doing, and then again, you're a target for those that want to do bad things, right? You are the target now. You are the danger to them. So they're going to come to you and they're going to want to take you out first, right? And if you're open carrying, they might try to go for your gun, right? That's an issue. Unless you train every single day and you know how to counter something like that, that's kind of on you, guys. If you want to decide to open carry because that's your right, and somebody, decides they want to snatch your gun from you, guess what? You're liable. So let's think about that, all right? Element of surprise, also a big thing for me. I love being on the upper hand, right? Us as the good guys are already behind the 8 ball when it comes to defending ourselves. Reaction is always slower than action. So we're already behind when things are going to happen out there in the real world. So to have that element of surprise kind of gives you a one up a little bit, right? So for me, that's huge too. If nobody knows that I'm carrying a gun or any kind of, firearm or weapon or whatever, that gives me a one up. Okay. Now I have an element of surprise. Now I can take the scenario, that situation, and kind of put it in my hand and decide what I want to do with it, because I'm not a target and I have the element of surprise. Huge thing there, guys. Okay. And that kind of brings me into me making a decision now, right? So if I'm, again, whatever the scenario is that you want to play, gas station, grocery store, bank, whatever, if something were to go down and you happen to be there and you weren't a target initially, you have the element of surprise now because you're carrying concealed, you have a decision that you need to make now. Is anybody in that place there, you, your family, or an innocent bystander, actually in immediate life threat? Because if they're not, then you don't even have to do anything, which means everybody gets to walk away, including you, without being hurt, right? The minute you decide to draw your firearm, is going to put you and your family and everybody else in that place at risk, because now you just escalated that situation, right? So it's a big decision to make if you decide that you do want to carry, whether you even bring it to that level. Okay, now if it's already been brought to that level and that's already happened and now you have no choice really but to defend, then that's why we carry, right? That's why I carry. I want to be able to defend myself, my family, my neighbors, and the people that I'm around, right? But we don't want to be the ones that escalate that situation. So again, to have that choice because we have that upper hand, and because we're concealed and we weren't a target, is also a big thing, right, guys? A lot of times, bad guys, they come in with a weapon, a knife, a gun, whatever the situation may be, and they just want what they want, and they don't actually intend to hurt anybody. And you kind of have to read that situation. Let them do it. Let them take it. It's money. It's an object. Whatever the thing is that they want, let them have it and let them go. Nobody gets hurt. Everything, those things are replaceable, right? Life is not replaceable. So let's not bring it to that level, and hopefully it doesn't ever get to that level. But be ready and make sure you're training so that you are able to get to that level if need be. So that's my little spiel, guys. Concealed versus open carry really first depends on where you are, where you live, what the norm is for you. Unfortunately, that is the world we live in today, so we kind of have to go with the flow. But whether you're carrying open in Texas or you're carrying concealed in Connecticut, we are still practicing our 2A, the Second Amendment. I urge everybody, just do it smart, okay? Have a little common sense with it. And if you are going to be somebody who carries every day because they are a 2A person, I urge you to train, practice, guys. You can't have this mindset that, I own a gun, and I bought it because I took a pistol permit class, and now I carry because I have a gun. We can't do that. We can't be a part of the problem. We have to be a part of the solution. And, there's a lot of hype about the Second Amendment right now. So we have to be smart about this, guys. You got to train, okay? If you're going to be somebody who carries on a regular basis, on a daily basis, then you need to train like so, all right? I carry every day. I carry everywhere I go, everywhere that I can carry. But I practice almost every day. I'd say at least 5 days a week, I am in my home dry firing every day. That is no joke. I have a little routine. I come home from work in the morning. I work nights. And before my firearm goes into its safe, I practice drawing and dry firing. Anytime that I take the gun out of the safe, when I put it in my pants, I do a couple of rounds, a couple of practice rounds there. And then again, when I come home, before it goes back into the safe, I practice again. You know, so not only am I doing it almost every day, but I do it multiple times a day. And then I set aside time weekly, you know, to actually sit here for an hour and practice dry firing. I go to the range at least once a week, at least I try to, because I am a huge advocate of the Second Amendment and people carrying. I believe that we should be able to defend ourselves and, again, our families and our friends and our neighbors and innocent people out there. If we have the power to do it, I believe we should do it, but you need to do it smart. You need to practice. That's my little spiel, guys. I hope that you know, helped a little bit. You know, I know it's kind of like depending on a lot of different factors and stuff. What's best, open, concealed? It really depends, guys. It really does. Take your setting and apply it to where you are and what you have and what your rules are, and then make the best of it. Okay. Where I'm from, again, concealed. That's the way. No question asked. Hope this helped you out a little bit. Lots more videos to come. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, toggle notifications to all, and that way you get all my videos. Like, comment, and share. Definitely the share part, and especially for this video, guys, comment down below. I want to know what you think, whether you agree with me or don't agree with me. I don't really care. I'd like to hear everybody's opinion. Definitely comment down below. I will get back to you. Train smart and be ready. Train smart and be ready. We'll see you guys next time.